I once tried to cut down a rose bush. I love the way roses look, I love them, but they are so difficult to manage. And I cut down, and everybody says, oh, like you should cover your bushes in the winter so they can come back. I didn't cover mine. I didn't want them to come back because they are a lot of work. However, they happen to be in this very, very sunny spot. It is perfect spot, and no matter what I do or don't do to these roses, they come back every year and take up an enormous time because I didn't have to weed them, because by the time you're like, oh, they're pretty, I'll keep them. Then you're like weeding, they're sticking you everywhere. It doesn't matter what I do to those rose bushes. They come back. I'm like, I thought people said you had to like really take care of rose bushes for them to come back every year. I do nothing. They come back every year. I don't want them because they supposedly take a lot of work, right? And they do when you're trying to, because weeds grow around, whatever. So it doesn't matter, right? So that's sort of epigenetics. So nurture, not that I'm doing anything, but they just happen to be in this spot, in this perfect environment where they keep growing. There are lots of us like that. We call it resilience, right? There is something that happens that keeps that growing. So that's the good aspect of epigenetics, because it's telling us, don't believe what people say about what your future is. That was my computer saying this. It's a much more masculine voice when it comes to these speakers, right? So epigenetics has all this material that says, look, it matters. We don't have to do anything, just the environment itself. So here's, they do a lot of research on rats with epigenetics. So here's a couple of pieces of researches that I like to share. One, and this is my favorite, they took these, what they call these Gouda rats. They're kind of fat and ugly. And they took 2 mice and impregnated one. Like, who has this job, like, to impregnate mice, right? But they took 2 different mice. They impregnated the mice twice, 2 different mice twice, etc., etc. One of the things that happened when they took a mouse, they put the mouse in a cage with a very healthy looking mouse similar to them, and injected the mouse with sperm from a mouse, from the similar mouse. Just by the mouse being in a cage with this other mouse that was very healthy and similar, they got what they would expect, a similar mouse, right? This is how it's supposed to work. They took the same mouse, injected the same sperm, but they put the ugly Gouda rat in there. So this is like a fat, ugly, yellowish looking rat, right? It doesn't look healthy. It's the same sperm. It's literally the same sperm. It comes from the same tube. And they put that same mouse semen in, and the mouse produced a rat that looked like what? The rat that they were looking at. Not the sperm that was injected, but the rat that they were looking at. Absolutely amazing. Just by being in an environment and having a visual experience with this rat, even though it was not this rat's sperm, this is what they produced. This is the outcome that they produced. That's serious. That is huge. That's serious. Just from the environment. Another experiment they did with cherry blossoms, right? Where they showed cherry blossoms and shocked a rat. That's kind of the typical rat experiment, right? For rats. And so that the rats, the mice would be afraid of cherry blossoms. So they did it enough times so that every time the mouse see the cherry blossoms, they get the shock, right? The mouse offspring, never seen a cherry blossom before. The mouse offspring, what happens when that mouse offspring sees the cherry blossom? Reacts to the cherry blossom with severe anxiety. Never been shocked, right? So these things that get passed down physiologically, through the environment, and a mouse is not giving any verbal communication in the same way that we do, right? They're not even having a whole lot of behavioral things that we do. So imagine all of the signs that we give to our children about what the world is. This is why it's so problematic that we keep trying to teach children that the world is unsafe. That is so problematic, right?